All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. My name is Jackson, and today we're actually going to be talking about a hypothetical trade. So I was reading an article on Bleacher Report. I know. But they went through all the teams in the league with a proposed trade, and this is something I like to do when it's the off season and I have no video ideas. The Rockets are actually about to tip off, but I have a feeling I won't get a post-game recap out to you guys probably till tomorrow, Friday, July 15th. So I wanted to go into this without having even looked at who they're hypothetically trading for. I don't know if this is going to be a ridicule. I don't know if this is going to be a hype fest. I really don't know. I'm trying to scroll up to see who it's going to be because it's going to be led with a picture and you're going to get my initial reaction to this. But it's just such a boring... Ooh. I found it. I definitely just found the trade, and I don't know if you can tell by that. It's Talen Horton-Tucker. As my former roommate Arjun Baba says, Talen Horton-Fucker, because he kind of sucked. He kind of sucked. But anyways, just catching a glimpse of this trade real quick before I get into this proposed trade, because I think this is actually a pretty money idea here. I like Talen, though. I think Talen's young. He is young. He's young, and I think he's talented. I think he has a lot of potential for being a two-way player. Right now, the three ball isn't falling, and in fact, the offense is really inefficient. But I think maybe with the proper scheme, the proper coach, the proper players around him, he might excel. And I'll use Kyle Kuzma actually as an example. Kuz on the Lakers did okay. I think he did a little bit better than what Talen's been doing since he got drafted by the Lakers. But Kuzma, the stats were all right. They were inefficient, and the thought was like, all right, is Kuzma really going to pan out to be what he was said to be? Well, he goes to Washington for a season and has a career year. So I personally think Kyle Kuzma is, I don't know if he'll be a star or an all-star or what have you, but he's definitely up and coming in the NBA right now. He's definitely improving his skill set. So I could definitely see the same thing with Talen. When you play with the Lakers, when you play with... Where did these hiccups come from? Oh, my God. When you play with Russ, you play with LeBron, those are two ball-dominant players. Extremely ball-dominant players. He's been playing with LeBron since he got to LA. So maybe you give him an opportunity. Now, my one contingent is this. With Houston, we have a loaded roster, and we're going to have to cut bodies, man. Right now it's looking like Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and Sterling Brown. Those are looking like our first three cuts. If you want to get deeper into it, maybe Daishen Nick. The way he's been playing in Summer League, though, you probably don't want to cut him. You got David Wabo, who's probably one of our best defenders. But with Tari Eason and Jabari Smith flashing their defensive potential in Summer League, maybe he's a guy you drop and you accept this trade because we've gone way too long without getting to the trade. Here's a trade. Eric Gordon to the Lakers for THT, Kendrick Nunn, and a 2027 first-round pick. If the Lakers were to actually do this trade, I would accept it in a heartbeat. Now, I actually don't have any issue with Eric Gordon remaining on the Houston Rockets for this upcoming season. I think as far as a respect, veteran leadership, accountability from all of those aspects, hard work, just mentorship, everything about that, what Eric Gordon offers you on and off the court, I'm fine with keeping EG. We're not spending money. We're probably not going to actually make any free agency signings. And I think that's for the best. If you can find a roster spot for Talen, I guess now Kendrick's all of a sudden come into this, but you're getting a first-round pick for Eric Gordon. Then you're also getting Kendrick Nunn and Talen Horton-Tucker. I would take that. Kendrick Nunn, I don't really see him having much of a place on the Rockets, especially because he's not great on the defensive end. But Talen is a guy who, defensively, he's a good basketball player, especially. On the defensive end, he's really solid. So you're taking a little bit of a risk, but I think if the first-round draft pick wasn't attached to this, it'd be a lot higher of a risk. But since you're getting Kendrick a first and Talen Horton-Tucker for Eric Gordon, I actually can't think of a reason why you wouldn't want this trade. I wouldn't have an issue finding minutes. Tari, Jabari, they're going to play, bro. We don't have that many forwards. We don't have that many small forwards, especially like Taylor can even play the 2. He's a guy who can guard realistically 1 through 3. I think he's an intriguing defensive prospect, and I'm actually kind of surprised that this is an article on Bleacher Report that has Taylor going to the Rockets for a first-round draft pick. So I think this is solid, man. He's got that potential to be a long-term hold, and I think it might be worth the risk if this trade were actually proposed to you. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, though. I know I've made Taylor and Horton trade videos with no like specific trade hypothetical, but now that some time has passed, maybe people are turning a corner, turning the leaf, however the hell that saying goes. So that's it for today, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit that sub button, but most importantly, would you do this trade? THT, Kendrick Nunn, 2027 first round pick, another asset to have for Eric Gordon. Let me know down below. Peace.